Was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Oh no, I know who it was because they already slipped up in the beginning of the beginning of the investigation.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
So agreeable, hero.
Have a mind of your own? Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
If Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain the real murder scenes, which means it's a guy.
I got it!
The killer is Genocide Jack. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. If the handbook is apparently broken, the killer must have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Alright, what's my bullet? Celeste account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but
A lot of
nobody did a look at the killer?
piles on this lines on this one.
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Celeste saw them.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Fuck.
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim?
The murderer?
Killer. And only the killer.
No!
And it's not like they're just gonna
Shit, I fucked up
turn
again.
themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
No! Not game over!
In fact, there is, yeah, blah blah blah, I know who did it. Oh, I know who
Isn't
saw
there
him.
a single clue that might lead us to... Did nobody get... I'm sure someone saw the... Perhaps someone saw the victim at some...
Yeah. All we need right now is any...
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim?
Shit, I did it again. Oh, fuck. No, hang on.
The killer.
That's not true. Celeste saw him.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm in kind of a hurry. Oh, so he's waiting on someone, right?
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we
That
just
would
gotta
make
figure out
sense.
who it was.
I already know who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Uh-huh.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Uh-huh.
Sure about that.
No, I'm not sure, actually. I'm kind of lost.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
You know, I don't know how illegal that is.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
It's a possibility.
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does your hero's jacket or track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it really is hard to believe.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
Yeah.
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I don't know. I'm kind of lost.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So,
The fuck?
what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Yeah, you would say that, wouldn't
I
you?
have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No, not at all.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
What he said just now is really odd. How would he know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific
Tracksuit.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit
Because
it matched
that's
the
the
one the
one the
culprit
culprit was wearing.
So,
What you're saying is...
the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait, hang on a minute. We never said the shit. I might just shut up, a little bitch. Fuck, okay, I guess I was wrong.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
He was on his way, so next bit, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the culprit was.
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising.
I have a white
Wait,
tracksuit.
hang on a minute.
I got it from the
Did any of that really help?
Why'd he out himself?
Not a chance.
You heard him, right? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
No, shit.
Shoot!
Okay, I'm kind of close now.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we
Right.
have to ask, Why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
I don't know. I'm a little bit lost
What
right
do you
now.
mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Is this it?
No.
She never said what the color was, did she? She didn't say the color.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
She said he had a tracksuit. She didn't say what color it was. I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag. And then I assume he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color.
Yeah, how'd you know that, Mondo?
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
It was blue.
As a matter of fact, it was blue?
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
And you didn't tell me the color of it.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit
That's a big fuck up on
was?
your part, Mondo.
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
Nope.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Yep.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw
He's the
Cherry
one who
with
saw it.
before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
When?
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
It's not true. Then it's in his bag.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed it away in his bag. He stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Yeah, you fucked up big. You also mentioned earlier when we talked to him at the murder scene, he said he called Chihiro a dude.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him the way he was acting, the way he talked.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
He called Chihiro a dude.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
I caught it earlier. I didn't say anything.
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
I mean, it kind of stood out.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
Says you.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
Man, he trusted you,
Did
Mondo.
you
Come on
really-
now. That's fucked up.
Kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone.
Yeah,
You've
of course
been
you would
all
say
over
that.
me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
I didn't put any words in your mouth. They're words that came out of your mouth.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Because you're the ultimate delinquent, right?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
No, it's not. It's real.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly
Come,
What the fuck you talking about?
that's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
And then never told me what it was.
What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
Oh, that's Chihiro's ebook.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
On the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
And you didn't feel like sharing this earlier?
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not.
They have one weakness, though. You told us that.
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Well, I can't speak for Leon's, but I know how
You already
Chihiro's
told
got
us
broken.
before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Is it high temperature? I'm pretty sure it's high temperature.
Asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
I mean, I won't.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is...
The temperature?
When it's exposed to high
Yep, there we go.
temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh, and who was in the sauna? Last that we know. Except for,
The
Mondo
temperature
and
in the sauna
and
can
Taka.
reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Okay, now's not the time for lessons,
If the
Monokuma.
hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning
Right.
the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Right, I don't know how Mondo knew that, but...
Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
Wait a minute. The broken handbook. We don't know for sure it's Leon's.
Once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Mondo,
I
he's
don't
the one
know of
we pinned
anyone
down.
who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the
Mondo was still
sauna
wearing clothes in the
was-
sauna, so he took his in. I don't know where the other clothes in sauna. It was. You don't get even the biggest hit like that. I know who it was. It was Mondo.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
You were wearing your clothes in the sauna, dude.
Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Uh-huh.
Wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Okay, Mondo, show me your e-handbook. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And we have the broken one. Make your argument. Broken e-handbook, Chihiro the e-handbook, card reader. It's the broken one.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
That's correct.
My goddamn handbook works just fine.
Show me.
That's wrong.
Show me right now.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Right.
So then,
Yeah, she said out loud. Yeah, she
the
said
handbook
straight
in
up
the
that
main
it wasn't
hall
broken.
is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Not the guy's dead.
Well, here's how I look at it.
You don't see dead people as people.
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
A little late to decree that when it already happened.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
Son of a
What's wrong,
bitch!
bro? Come on. Tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong.
Show me your e-handbook, dude.
It's wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear. And we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Or we can just have Mondo show us his e-handbook. Oh, really? We're doing this already? Okay. Here in the boys' restroom. Uh-huh. That's not right. Actually, hang on. Fold up the carpet. Like that. Get the body. Get the body. Same one again, so no, not that. That. In. And the doorknob. Four. The Akia's punk ass walks in. Why were you in the girls' locker room? Well, I don't get. Make sure I got it all. Okay, this one's wrong, actually. On the poster. That's taking it off. Am I looking at this right? Try this out. I don't think I'm not confident in it, but we'll see how it goes.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Uh-huh.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room.
Why was he calling her she? Is it he?
How could the victim, who is apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
How was that part wrong? Hang on a minute. Is it, hang on, is it this? Oh, hang on, where's it at? All the way back to the beginning. I figure what I filled the other one with snow. This is not right either. Hang on, what? I'm a bit confused here, hang on. Okay, so hang on, I got, actually this one was right, hang on. There we go.
You!
Right.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Because he was a boy.
Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
That makes it even worse. You didn't deserve it.
The killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
Uh-huh.
Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
What did I fuck up this time? In. What are my options right now? It was this one?
The
Fuck.
killer is you!
I'm running out of hearts.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Then Byakuya, for reasons I don't understand,
But no,
goes in the girls' locker room.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Fucking around for reasons I don't understand.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, He left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
I fucked up again. Shit. Now what? Sana? No, hang on.
The killer is you!
I keep fucking this up.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Complete.
Wait! No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence?
Show me your e-handbook.
You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
There's a Mondo's the killer that already revealed himself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Yes. Fever time and nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press a RB button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. Point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So if you can push AY, want to but it's only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make sure it's best. Wouldn't be fair if only you got access special time, right? Call it nega time. Nega time during the bullet time battle. The marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher. Okay, fever time at this point. No, never mind. Well, if I do fever time, it would negate that, right? Oh, it's gotta be Taka.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False!
I got this.
I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
That was easy.
Show me some evidence!
This should prove it!
Show me your handbook, Mondo.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and confess. I'll try it out.
I killed him.
Oh, that last part's gonna be a mess. Oh no, you know I did fine.
Bro, what are you saying?
Bro.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Smart man.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
You gotta do it, Taka. We gotta do
No
it.
waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank!
Can we do that? It's not very appropriate. There's people around.